All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another class. Today's our body weight class, and I'll take you right through it. We'll start with our head, go all the way down, a bunch of different exercises, some standing ones, some different balance ones, just all body weight. But when you're ready, we can make sure you got a nice chair, nice and sturdy, nice and sit down and plant yourself. You can sit up nice and straight, pull your shoulders back. So I'm kind of go over the posture a little bit. So see how I'm up nice and straight? My feet aren't all over the place. Got them pointing forward. My knees straight, toes straight. Now I know it can be easier said than done, but the point is to start thinking about it first and to start pushing yourself in the right direction. So the head, that's the next one. It likes to bob forward. You want to try to pull it back. Now the reason why I'm going into this today more so, or I want to talk about this more, is because when you do exercise, if you do them with very poor posture, it's not that you don't get benefit. You do get benefit. Even if the exercise is done with poor posture, you can get tons of different benefits, and the muscle could get stronger, so it could help you go to good posture. However, you want to always fight to, or I guess resist against your own body to be working on the exercise with as best posture as you can handle. So I understand it's hard to pull the shoulders back, but while you're doing exercise, try not to give in. Say you're rolling the neck, try not to roll the neck out here. Try to resist the body and keep the shoulders back. And that goes, for any exercise. Even when I'm doing the knee, I don't want to be all slouched forward. I want to try to really sit up straight. Think back to grade school, where you have to sit up really straight. And even if it's not perfect, even if it seems impossible, the point is just to get kind of the starting ground with it. Getting grounded with it first and knowing, all right, this is what I need to start doing. And just sitting with good posture is going to be like an exercise in and of itself. So that will also have benefits on your body, your bones, your muscles, everything, connective tissue. But I could chat all day about it. So we'll begin and sitting up straight, and we'll start with neck rolls. As usual. But usual's good. I go for a good range of motion, but what I can handle. I want to be careful about pushing too much. Sometimes it's a little trial and error. Keep going. Other direction. Good. And good. Now you're going to tilt the head. Now if you can see, all right, when we tilt the head, I see a lot of different things. Sometimes people will just go like this, or they'll go like this, and that's not what you're trying to do. When you tilt the head, just like you're looking forward, and the head is neutral, and keep it like that. In other words, probably the best way to explain it is don't let the head turn all cockeyed. You want to try to keep it straight. Now you might not be able to get as far, but that's going to get a much more consistent stretch going down. And again, if you can't get it perfect, that's okay. But the goal is to think, all right, I just want to tilt and and not let my head turn. Just tilt and not let my head turn. So like when I go one direction, it tilts normal. That'd be this direction. But when I go the other direction, my head wants to turn like that. Like I can feel it, it wants to turn. So I have to resist and not let it turn. The other thing is that when I get all the way tilted, I drop that shoulder. So that way it intensifies the stretch a little bit. The neck muscles get so tight and upper back, and they really can impede our lifestyle. Now let's go to rotations. So rotating the head, again, looking left to right, right to left. Now this one too, if you notice that your head has to really turn funny to look, try to keep it up, like chin up, and rotate it just as best you can. Keep going. Good. Lift your chin all the way up as high as you can. So I have my chin up as high as I can. Now we haven't done this one yet, but you're going to drop the jaw and then close the jaw. And it sounds funny, but try to close the jaw with an overbite. Don't, or an underbite, I should say. Don't force it. But you'll feel a big stretch in the neck right here, and stretching so in the upward motion will help us, get better posture with the head. So I have the chin up, I drop the jaw, close the jaw, and I make an underbite. So bottom teeth in the front, so that way you get that extra pull in the neck. Couple more. Good. You can even take the jaw and go side to side with it. These muscles get just as tight as everything else, probably even tighter. Pound for pound, the jaws are your strongest muscles in the body, pound for pound. Not the strongest, but pound for pound. And they get really tight, and they need to be stretched out as well. So see the jaw, side to side with the jaw. And the other thing is a lot of the jaw muscles, they're connected with the neck too, obviously, so. Good, good. Yeah, just do a roll or two, both directions, just to make sure. And we'll go to some shoulder rolls. So you can actually keep your hands on your lap this time for the shoulder rolls. I think I'll go on the side because that's probably better for this one. And so see how I try to do a big movement? Gotta loosen up the shoulders. When I bring the shoulders back, I pinch my shoulder blades together. Then I lift them up. Push the shoulders forward. So I'm rolling forward first. Now I'm going to roll backwards. So shoulders up and back. When I bring the shoulders back, I pinch the back. Good. Let's do shrugs. I would face forward again. but the next one I'm gonna have to turn around, so we'll just stay like this. But with the shrugs, shoulders up to the ears. And see, I have my head up, my head's not bobbed forward, it's up. And then I actively, it's not that I just bring the shoulders down, I actively push them down. So that way, it almost like pulls the collarbones apart a little bit. Up, and I push shoulders down. Up, shrugging up and down. As I pull my shoulders down, it almost feels like it wants to pull my body down. Then I resist that by trying to keep my head up. Good. So this next one, you're going to slouch and then sit up straight. We can actually use the back of our chair to help us, but for starters, so you can really feel it, slouch extra. Really try to round the lower back as much as you can, so you can really, feel how your posture might be, but just exaggerate it, so you can know what to fix. So I really slouch, and then can even put my hands on my thighs, on my knees, probably the thighs, and I can push back into my chair, make sure I'm planted, and I really try to do the opposite. Pull the shoulders back and sit up straight. Just sitting like that is effort. Then I slouch as much as I can. So I really round my back. Then the opposite. Pull my shoulders back. You want to have your back here tight, but not like tight where the muscles can't move, but in other words, tightly together. So when your shoulder blades are like this, it puts the rotator cuffs at risk. And I know I'm exaggerating it, but when they're all splayed out like that, it can put the rotator cuff muscles at risk. But when everything's tight, it's all like protected. So keeping the shoulder blades near each other. For those that know anatomy really well, you don't want the shoulder blades way apart. You want them close to each other. Not way out here, not way out, but closer to each other. Now we'll have a bunch of other benefits besides the rotator cuff, like posture too. So we can feel it, really slouch over again. You can even drape your arms down. So you really slouch. Then we'll actually open the arms. I think I can go forward on this one. Same exercise, but just slightly different. So when I go back, I open my arms back. And I'm sitting against the back of my chair because I'm using it to help me get up straighter. So that's the other thing. Depending on your level, now slouch, you can use the surroundings around you to help. And back. So some of you may want to sit off of your chair and sit up straight and pull the shoulders back, and that's perfectly fine. But for some that may struggle against it, as long as you make sure that you're planted well, you can push back into your chair a little bit to kind of help keep your body up. So you can use what you have to help. It's just using it, the know-how, which I guess is my job. And then back, and really spread the arms out and the fingers. Sitting up straight, bring them as far back as you can. You can have them down now. Now, you can lean to the side. Now I will say with this one, you don't have to do it like this. Well, I actually want to explain this part with it. A lot of times when I see this one, it's kind of like this, and I'm going to the side. So I'm going, the easiest way. I actually want you back against your chair, so you're up really straight, and it's harder to go down because I'm in a more challenging position. And that's what you're looking for, positions that challenge you a bit more. Good. Now all the way down. If you can touch, great. If not, that's okay. Just reach. And you can bring that other arm up. And you could do like a huge wave. So bring it over. You might feel that really pull all the way down. A huge wave. Bring the arm all the way back. All the way forward. All the way back, all the way forward, back, forward, there we go, stretch it out, good. Let's go to the other side. So we're going to hold it down here, bring the arm up. See, it's tempting, I want to lean forward, but I'm trying not to lean forward. Trying not to lean forward at all. And I stretch the arm, bring the arm back and forth. The important one, it's all important. The important one is stretching out over the head like this. Good. Next one, you can actually still stay against the back of your chair if you want. Use it to help you. Okay. Hope we didn't lose anybody. Okay. Hope everybody can still see it. We'll keep going. The iPad just had a little malfunction, that's all. All right. Where were we? Oh, yes. Sitting back in the chair, so back against the chair. Grab the elbows. So today I'm really using it to help my posture. And I'll have to, well, I can stay like this. So I'm really using it to help my posture, leaning against the chair. Grab the elbows. So see, I got each elbow. Arms out in front. And rotate. Turn your head with your arms as well. Turn your head with your arms as well. Will help you go a little bit further. Couple more. This can be a tough one, but very good. Good. those that have back issues and are worried about rotation, that's a very light one to start with, especially since you can sit against your chair. And it's all up to you how much you want to do. So in other words, I really turn, but if your back's really not up to it, you could just turn a quarter as much, and that works. Let's stretch the arms up. So stretch them straight up, and then we'll lean forward, stretching the arms forward. Stretch the arms back up so I'm against my chair. I lean forward. Stretch the arms back up. And I lean forward. Open your arms. Actually, you know what's a really good one? Just came on the spot, but you can swim while you're like this. The reason why I say swim is because think of that motion. As you can see, I'm not much of a swimmer, although I do enjoy it. But swim. Take a little break, sit up for a second. We're going to go back there because I got another one. Lean forward again and swim this way. We open up. So I bring the hands together and I open up. Maybe I can go forward here. But I'm leaning forward, I open up my arms. I bring them together like you're swimming, like you're deep diving. But very good for the shoulders. Good, nice. Okay, next we can go to our knees. So like we talked about in the beginning with the good posture, having the knees forward and the feet forward, as you can see, they're not like this, or I'm not sitting and one knee's not like this, because that puts that in position. And sometimes while you're sitting, you know, it's not a big deal if the leg is like this. But if it's like this while you're sitting, there might be indication that it's like that a little bit while you're standing. And if you're standing and the knee's all funny and the leg's not straight, generally speaking, in other words, if the pressure is going on the knee wrong, it's going to injure it. So by going straight, is what I'm getting at, you will hit more muscles around the leg by trying to walk straighter, trying to have your feet pointing forward, having your knees lift up straight. You'll activate more muscles. So actually we can start right here with the marching. So see, I lift up, and my foot's not here, it's not here, it's not all funny, it's all straight. I try to land it nice and softly. So I've got control over it. I know what cement feet feel like, but I want to try to get rid of them. Don't want to wear a pair of cement shoes. Good. Now, you can sit back in your seat and grab the arms of the chair. And for those that want to, you can try both of them. Using the chair a little bit to brace myself, and that's okay. Like, the way I could explain it is I'm trying to control how much I brace. But, you know, another brace would be grabbing and holding down. Now try to hover both feet off the ground. And if you can't, you can hover one foot. It's all about what you can handle. And don't worry, plan on doing plenty more. So the point is to just build it up. But if it's too much to hover both, see I'm kind of moving different areas. Just by hovering, resisting against gravity, I'm putting tension on my muscles. And if I were to just stay here, I only work out a certain amount of muscles. But if I move to other areas very gently, I work multiple sides of that same muscle. So think skiing for the skiers. But very good. You might feel that all the way up to the hips. The hips definitely need to be loosened up. We can go to the knee kicks, and this I will change here again. Sitting up. We'll still stay in the back of our chairs like we've been doing. And I lift, I bend the knee. And so the extra step that I do is when I come up, see my foot, I flex it back towards me. That extra is very important. Flex it back towards me. That's the key, because that's going to help get here under the Achilles tendon. Or around the Achilles tendon, I should say. Now hold the leg up there. Again, here's another very good position, just holding the leg up. I think I've said before at one point, sometime I'd like to write a whole routine for exercises that you can do in bed. Because if you lie there flat on your back and just lift one leg up in the air just a couple of inches, you'll feel all the tension on the muscles. And to practice that daily, that's really going to help strengthen the muscle. So now I want to go for this stretch back here. Reach with one arm. Hold it, and back. Reach, hold it, and back. Reach, hold it, and back. Reach, hold it, and back. Once more. Reach as far as you can. Hold it, and back. And let's go to the other leg, just bending the knee for starters. Hold the leg up, reach, and back. Reach, and back. Reach, and back. Reach, and back. A couple more. Reach, and back. Once more. Reach, and back. Good. Let's practice our squats. So now I'm going to lean forward on my chair more. I don't want my feet way out here, and I don't want them way back. Kind of right in the middle. You know how I like to line them up? Just the edge of my heel is at the edge of the leg in the front of the chair. So that way my knees are a little forward, because one thing we got to fix is when people sit, they go like this. They go way back. And they then just plop down, and you're not engaging enough muscles. You might feel it, but there's actually more to engage. And if we can engage, then it'll make your standing and sitting, your squats, stronger. So I like to have my knees in front, However, with that being said, it is a gradual process. So if the butt goes back, that's okay. The goal is to work on it getting better and better. And then up. Feel free to use the sides of the arms or your walker or rollator, counter. But the goal is to use them as minimally as you can, so that way you know your legs are getting the use. They need to get the use. They got to get stronger. Bend my knees a little bit, drop the hips down. The body thinks straight up and down like an elevator. Couple more. One more. And good. We'll stand up again. Let's go behind our chair. Do these last few exercises. So I don't know what type of chair you're using. But if you can, make sure you got a good sturdy grip and the chair's not going to roll away on you, or you've got something really good that you can grab on. And see, I'm going to walk back a little bit, so I'm leaning a little bit forward. Then I push my hips back. So see, I bring my head down. So if you have a tall chair, you can grab the sides and you can bring your head down in front if it's a higher up back. And I come up straight and I push the hips back. Nice stretch in the back of the legs, but a little bit safer because you have your chair that you can hold on. Could even, if your rollator's locked, or your walker, you could even grab that and use that. Those might be really good because they have a space in front. Good. Couple more. One more. Good. Walk forward. So I'm close, and we're going to rock the feet. So see, I do toe raise, heel raise, toe raise, heel raise, toes, heels, and repeat. Good. A few more. I really like to go up on my big toe. So we'll do a few more if you weren't applying that. Up on the big toe. If you have a bad bunion, then try to go up on the other toes as best you can. But I can understand if there's a bad bunion, it could be painful. Kick the heel, kick your own butt. So heel up. And now with this one, very common is people go like this with the knee in front. Try to not let the knee go in the front. Be good for some balance too. See, I swing the leg out in a big arc. Other leg. When you got a good arc going back, efficient hamstrings. Let's do knee bends. So see, I just bend my knees forward. This is to help with the squats in the long run because it's going to give you more strength, this motion rather than this motion. And good. take a seat again. I'll do a few stretches, and that'll be good. So let's actually, best you can. So if you want to go like this, or even if you have to be like this, basically as high as you can. You can even hold your pant leg to hold it up. But if you can get the leg up here, or wherever you have it, then you can lean forward. Just hold it. Let's go to the other leg. One might be tighter than the other. Here, let's tilt the head, open up one arm, the opposite arm, stretch the fingers out, and hold it. Other side. Stretch the fingers out, hold it, let's stretch the arms straight up as high as you can. 10 seconds, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the workout, and see you back for plenty more. All right, thank you so much. Have a great day.